Welcome to another fun tutorial. Now we're going to filter a list of items. Now let's create an input with a type of text. Let's give it an ID my input, and let's create a placeholder list filter items. So that's enough. Let's save, and there we have our input. Next step is to create a list of items. So UL with some list items, and we're gonna say we're gonna add the a tags, and inside them we're gonna add some fruits. We're gonna add oranges. We're gonna copy this, and then we're gonna paste it. 2, 3, 4. So we're gonna filter 4 items in this tutorial: apples, bananas, and then we can say kiwis or pineapples. So now we're gonna say style, and then we're gonna do a list style type none, because we don't want these bullets. So, and after that we are going to give this list my list, an ID of my list, and then we have our input and our list. So the next item is every time we type something, we want to save this result, the value. So we're going to create a function that is called, let's say alert1. So we're going to use this onKey function, inbuilt function, which is going to say every time we type something, it's going to fire this function. So for example, I need to save, of course. A is going to fire alert, C is going to fire alert, and the list goes on. So I'm going to keep this empty here, or I'm actually going to remove it for now. We're going to do this later. So first, let's create our function. So to do that, we need to create a script. And then inside the script, we're going to use plain JavaScript, not jQuery, this tutorial. So we're going to say let input is document get element by ID my input. So we're going to save this input value, and we can do that directly by saying value. I think that's enough. So we're saving the value of this one. Next step is to get these items. So I'm gonna say list items is document get elements by tag name list. And after that, we're gonna say, we have this one. I think that's enough. We need also to loop now through these items here. These A tags, we don't need them, but in this I just added them because usually when you filter, you have links where you click and then you go somewhere. For example, in e-commerce websites when you filter for products. So we usually have links to them. So let's go to the next step, which is going to be for I is 0, I smaller than list items length. So smaller than 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, sorry. And then we're going to say increment by 1. Now we're gonna console log and see that the loop works, and we're gonna say list items. So so to access each item, and then we get them. So we have our items. Now we're gonna save this item inside here, and we're gonna say list item text. We're gonna get the text from here. You see the text, so basically this oranges, apples, bananas, so we need the raw text. So I'm gonna say get elements by tag name A. So is list items 0. No, I, of course, I. And then get elements tags by this. So list item text is gonna be this specific each element, the text out of it. The problem here is this is gonna give us the A tag, I think. Let me just check it. Yeah, so we need to access the 0, which is the A tag. So we're gonna say 0, just add the 0 index here. And this is gonna give us the A tag. Now again, we need the, we can say the text content, because we want to get this text inside. Now we have this A element, and we actually have an element, we don't have text. So just do this, dot text content, and now you see up here we get the raw text. Now we have this raw text, we want to convert it to lowercase. Okay, I don't want to confuse you, so we're gonna use the next row here, and we're gonna say this is list item text to lowercase. So okay, the problem is that we're using let, right? Of course. Okay, let's say raw. List item text raw is list this converted to lowercase, and this is gonna give us the list item to to lowercase. So okay, of course it's not correct because it's a function, and there we go, oranges, apples, bananas, pineapples in lowercase mode. Now we want to console log the input A, C. Of course it doesn't work because we need to undo this to our function. So now we have the loop. Now let's go and take this thing, this code here, and let's create a function called filter list items. Now after that we're going to add this code inside. Make sure to have the proper indentation, and then we want to fire this on the key up, as we said before, on key up. So fire this function. So now I save. Every time I type something, it's gonna be fired here. In order to see if it works, let's say alert 1. Let's type something and we get this alert. Awesome. So now we want to actually console log this input. So we get this input here. We console log it. Awesome. And now look, the problem here is if we can have uppercase, so it's not gonna match if we have uppercase values with lowercase here. So we need to convert all of them either to lowercase or uppercase. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna convert this to lowercase. So I'm gonna say input row is input to lowercase also. To lowercase. And then we're gonna do console log input raw to make sure everything works correctly. So if I do this with big, it becomes small again, lowercase. Awesome. So now we have this lowercase, both of them. Now it's time to actually match them. All right, so inside our loop, we have our input, the one we get here, and we have this one, and both in lowercase. So now I'm gonna say if list text row index of, which is gonna match the index, so the text from here with the text we provide here. So if for example, oranges matches the input value we get, we're gonna use the input row because it's in lowercase. Both of them are in lowercase. Now look, if I say it's bigger than -1, it means that it finds a result. If it's -1, it means it didn't find a result. So let me also log this one for you. Okay, look at this now. Look at the console. If we say, for example, kiwi, it's gonna be -1. But if I write orange, it goes 0. 0 is result. It found something. So if it's 0, it's gonna go in here, and it means it found something. Then we're gonna display this out. So in this case, the oranges is going to be displayed. So we can say, okay, we have to take the list items. We're gonna take the actual item, which is the one we are inside, because in the loop we are in this one now. This is the current one we're operating in. And then we're gonna say style display block. If not, don't hide it. Okay, so we're gonna copy paste none, because if I don't do that, they're gonna all of them gonna be block visible. So if it doesn't find any result, just show the one that it matches. Now we save. Look now, oranges. It's gonna display only this one. The other ones are gonna be display none. And we can see here, you see display none. But this one has display block because the oranges matches the index. This index matches with this one. And this is pretty much it, I think. So let me recap this again. We have an input where we get the value from the input, and we use a function called onKeyUp, which is going to fire every time we type something. We take the value, we convert it to lowercase, we go through the list items, we loop through them, we get the actual text, we convert this to lowercase, and then we use the index of function to match these two. If there is a result, we show them. If there is no result, we use the CSS display none. Sorry. And this is pretty much it. I hope you liked this video. Make sure to subscribe and see you in the next video. Hope you had fun. Take care. Have a good day. You're the best. Thanks. Bye bye.